हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधाकांता नमस्तुते तप्त कंचन गौर वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते नमामि हरिप्रिय वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम Hare Krishna. Thank you all the devotees. Thank you so much. And actually, I need your blessings. And it is the nature of the devotees to always over glorify other devotees. So, and I'm actually not that qualified, still, and I don't deserve any glorification, but Prabhuji always glorifies me. So thank you so much, all the devotees. I need your blessings. And last couple of days, we have been doing Krishna Katha. So Krishna Katha, and we've been discussing from Srimad Bhagavatam. So on Tuesday, we had the Balram Jayanti, and we had glorified Lord Balram. We looked at some of the pastimes of Lord Balram, and then on Wednesday night, we had discussed about the Bhagavad Gita mostly. Lord Krishna actually gives Bhagavad Gita on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. We looked at some of the important things that we can learn from Bhagavad Gita, because that's Krishna Katha. Krishna Katha is, Bhagavad Gita is Krishna Katha that's spoken by Lord Krishna. And then we know that Srimad Bhagavatam is also Krishna Katha that's spoken about Krishna. Right? And there's also so many different um, pastimes of the Lord given in the Mahabharata as well. So in Mahabharata and Padma Puran, so many scriptures actually talk about those beautiful pastimes of Lord Krishna. So we discussed that, and then yesterday we started with some Krishna Lila. We looked at Putna Uddhar. Lord is so merciful that Lord uh, delivers or gives the destination of a mother. So Lord gives Putna. Putna, went to kill Lord Krishna, and Lord Krishna did not see the faults in Putna, that Putna um, has come to kill him. He did not think like that. He was just only looking at the qualities of Putna. Putna dressed as a gopi and wanting to feed Lord Krishna. Only Lord Krishna saw the gun in Putna. And then Lord Krishna uh, gave her the supreme destination, which is the goal of Vrindavan. Lebe gatim datriyo chitam tatvanam kamva dayalu sharanam rajam. Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. Possible. No. So Hindi also. Okay, no problem. I'm fine with that. Fine with that. Okay. So some of them may not be able to understand English, so we can combine. Yeah, we can have both. So, hmm? Hmm? दोनों। तो भगवान के विषय में कहा गया है, भगवान बहुत दयालु है, बहुत कृपालु है, और भगवान पूतना को परम गति देते हैं, पूर्ण परम गति। ऐसा कहा गया है कि उद्धव कहते हैं कि मैं और किसका भजन करूं? Who else should I worship? Because I don't see anyone more merciful than Krishna. Krishna actually gives even the destination of the mother, Dhatri Gati, उन्होंने अपने पूतना को दिया। धात्री गति मतलब जो दाई की जो गति होती है, दाई एक माँ होती है। तो सात माताओं में एक माता जो है दाई माँ, आत्मा माता, गुरु पत्नी, और ब्राह्मणी, राजपत्नी का, धेनुर्धात्री तथा पृथ्वी सप्तैत माता स्मृता। ये सात माताएं हैं। अपनी जो माँ होती है, जो जन्म देने वाली है, और जो राजा की पत्नी है, और जो ब्राह्मणी है, और गौ माता है, और धेनु, धेनु का मतलब है गौ माता, धेनु धात्री का मतलब है जो दाई माँ, और पृथ्वी माँ, पृथ्वी माँ। ये सब सात माताएं होती है। These are seven kinds of mother, and giving Dhatri Gati is like Matri Gati, because Dhatri is is mother. तो दात्री गति उन्होंने दिया। भगवान भगवान कृष्ण ने पूतना को दिया। लेबे गतिम दात्री उचितम तथोन्यम। और कौन व्यक्ति है जिसका मैं शरण लूं? Who else shall I take shelter of? Who is more merciful than Lord Krishna? You look at people in this world, who can be more merciful than Krishna? No one. He given, you know, Krishna doesn't even, is not envious of anyone, because every living entity is Krishna's part and parcel. Everyone belongs to Krishna. Just like a father cannot be partial to his own kids. Similarly, everyone is Krishna's children. सब भगवान के संतान हैं। और भगवान कहते हैं कि मम वंश जीवलोके जीव भूता सनातन मनस्सष्टानि इंद्रियाणि प्रकृति स्थानी कर्षति। Everyone is actually a sarva yonishu kauntya murtya sambhavantya tasam brahma mahad yoni raham bija pradapita. I am the seed giving father of everyone. Lord is saying. So why will the Lord why will the Lord be envious of anyone? He is Sama, he is equal to everyone. So this is another form of mercy. Lord, when he delivers, when he kills the demons, that is manifestation of another form of his mercy. एक भगवान की कृपा का एक दूसरा तरीका है। लेकिन भगवान की कृपा है। राक्षसों को, असुरों को, एक तो उनको अपना दर्शन देते हैं, उनका स्पर्श देते हैं, दर्शन देते हैं। दर्शन, भगवान का दर्शन, पूतना ने भगवान का दर्शन किया। और साधारण मनुष्य कैसे दर्शन कर सकते भगवान? उतना उतना सरल नहीं है, उतना इजी नहीं। इट्स नॉट इजी टू टेक दर्शन ऑफ द लॉर्ड। सो these demons actually get a chance to even take darshan of the Lord. They can see the Lord face to face, and the Lord purifies them. We were talking about it. We were talking yesterday that one quality that Lord has got, that is called Hatari Gati Daya. Hatari means those whom he kills. Ari means, Ari is meaning, the meaning of Hari. Hari का मतलब है जो enemies. Hari, जैसे मुरारी। मुरा एक demon था। आप जानते हैं, there was one demon whose name was Murari. Mura, and Ari. Ari is enemy of Mur. Krishna's name is Murari because he killed the Mura demon. His name is Agari, because he kills Agasur. He kills Agasur. He's the enemy of Agasur. Therefore, his name is Agari. And Lord Krishna's name is Mad- is Madhav? Yes, yes, Madhusudan. Madhusudan is his name because he kills a demon called Madhu. Madhu and Kaita he kills. So that's why his name is Madhusudana. Yeah, that's his name is Madhusudana. Hmm? Ranchod is his name because hmm?
He ran away from the field.
Yeah, he ran away from the battlefield. Ranchod is, and but the thing is, even if he runs away from the battlefield, he's still glorified for that. He is worshipped as Ranchod Bhagwan. People say Ranchod Bhagwan ki de jai. If anyone else does that, और कोई ऐसा कार्य करेगा, रणभूमि छोड़कर भागेगा, तो उसको कोई ग्लोरीफाई नहीं करेगा. ऐसे लोगों को कोई ग्लोरीफाई नहीं करेंगे. क्या करेंगे? कि निंदा करेंगे कि देखो वो रणभूमि छोड़कर भाग गए. He ran away from the battle. लेकिन भगवान जो व्यक्ति भगवान जब रन छोड़कर भागते हैं तो उनका ग्लोरिफिकेशन होता है. He is glorified for that because he is the supreme. And of course he does it for a purpose. He doesn't run away because of fear, but he has got some motive. Why does he run away?
To save his people.
Hmm?
To save his people.
Hmm?
To save his people.
To save whom?
Because he didn't want Jarasan to do too much atrocities to his people in Mathura.
Yeah.
He ran away with them. Yeah. So there's no, he doesn't do any atrocities on them and doesn't go out of his way to to Vrindavan and do any atrocities on his.
That's he then runs away how many times he defeated Jarasa?
18 times.
17 times he defeated. The 18 times he just runs away. And also he runs away from another demon. What was his name? Another demon, एक demon आए थे और वो भाग रहे थे और पीछे पीछे वो demon भाग रहे थे.
अच्छा, यावन.
Yavan, Kalyavan. Yeah, Kalyavan was, we know that this very nice story is given in the scriptures. So what happened is, there was one king whose name was Muchkund Maharaj. What was the name of the king? Muchkund. So Muchkund had gone to a little bit higher. So Muchkund Maharaj had gone to the Swargalok to save the Devatas. Right? Muchkund Maharaj, a Senapati. And when Kartikeya came, then the Devatas wanted to give him rest. So now you can take retirement. So he was given the chance to retire. And then what happened is he said, give me the benediction of immortality. He wanted to get a liberation, benediction. But the Devatas said, we can give you every benediction except that. We can't give you mukti. We can give you everything else. So then he said, what's the use? Okay, just let me get some rest. So he goes, Muchkund Maharaj then comes down and takes rest in a cave. And then he was resting there, Muchkund Maharaj. And then we know that Kalyavan comes. And Lord Krishna had two purposes. One, he wanted to deliver give the actual benediction of immortality to his devotee, Muchkund Maharaj, who wanted that, and he was a devotee of the Lord. तो भगवान उनको एक तो अपना दर्शन देना चाहते थे, दूसरा उनको सही वर देना चाहते थे जो इच्छुक थे वे उस वर के. और भगवान श्री रामचंद्र जी एक और कार्य करना चाहते थे. भगवान श्री कृष्ण क्या करना चाहते थे? उस असुर का वध कराना चाहते थे. किसका वध? काल्यवन का वध. तो काल्यवन से भाग रहे थे भगवान. काल्यवन आए वहां पर, तो भगवान भाग रहे थे. ऐसा लग रहा था कि भगवान डर कर भाग रहे. he's running away from Kalyavan, and then he just keeps enough distance so that he remains motivated to run behind him. पीछे पीछे दौड़ रहे थे, पीछे पीछे दौड़ रहे थे, और उनका उत्साह बढ़ाने के लिए, थोड़ा enough distance छोड़ रहे थे, तो दौड़ रहे थे. And then what happened is he enters the cave and then takes his pitambar and covers the body of Muchkunda Maharaj. He was sleeping there with that pitambar with yellow garments. जैसे उन्होंने ऐसे छोड़कर फिर वहां से बगल हो जाते हैं, स्लाइड तरह बगल हो जाते हैं. तो जब कालियावन आते हैं अंदर, जब प्रवेश करते हैं उस गुफा के अंदर जाते हैं, तो he sees, oh, this is he's running away from me, and then now he's sleeping here, and he kicks him, and what happens is he woke up. Muchkunda Maharaj opened his eyes, and because he had the benediction that he could sleep, and if anyone disturbed his sleep, then they'll be burnt to death. So, and then he opened his eyes, and straight away he saw him, and then Kalyavan died. And then, of course, Lord gave his darshan. So he runs away from the battle also, and he's still glorified for that. That's why he's the Supreme Lord. वो भागता है, रण छोड़कर भागता है, इसलिए रण छोड़े, सही बात, उनका नाम रण छोड़ है. और वो भागता है, और वो चोरी भी करता है, उसके लिए भी ग्लोरिफिकेशन है उनका. माखन चोर उनका नाम है, लेकिन लोग माखन चोर बोलते हैं, और he is glorified for even being माखन चोर. And there is also this Chorastakam, and in the Chorastakam people are glorifying the Lord. Braje prasidam navanita choram gopangananam cha dukula choram aneka janmarjit papa choram choragraganyam purusham namami. So is glorified as a thief. Braje prasidham navanita choram. Bhagwan is famous in Braj as Navneet Choram, as a thief, but a thief, as a Makhan Chor. He's famous. He's famous in Braj as Makhan Chor. Gopangananam Chadukula Choram. He also steals what? क्या और चोरी करते हैं? वस्त्र. किन का? गोपियों का वस्त्र चोरी करते. ठीक ना? दुकुल चोर. गोपांगनानाम च दुकुल चोर. गोपियों का वस्त्र भी हरण करते हैं, चोरी करते हैं. और एक और चीज चोरी करते हैं, अनेक जन्मार्जित पाप चोर. क्या चोरी करते हैं? सभी के अनेकों जन्मों का पाप चोरी कर हर देते हैं, निकाल देते हैं, मुक्त कर देते हैं. इसीलिए that's why Lord Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, सर्व धर्मान परित्याज्य माम एकम शरणम व्रज अहम त्वाम सर्व पापेभ्यो मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः. Give up all varieties of religion and just surrender to me. सर्व धर्मान परित्याज्य माम एकम शरणम व्रज. बस मेरा ही शरण ले लो. और यदि आप ऐसे करोगे, if you do this, then I will free you from all sinful reaction. हम तो हम सर्व पापेभ्यो मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः. मोक्षयिष्यामि means I will free you from all the sinful reactions. मा शुचः, do not worry. So अनेक जन्मार्जित पाप चोरम choragraganyam purusham namami. Chora agraganyam. If you make a list of all the thieves, one thief, this thief number one, thief number two, this is all the list. Put a list of all the thieves. Make a list. Who will be on number one? Krishna. Choragraganyam. Agraganyam means the topmost thief. He will be number one on the list. But still he is glorified as Choragraganyam Purusham Namami. You don't find any thief, glorified in the newspapers or in books. Thieves are not glorified, but Krishna is glorified as a thief. Krishna is glorified as a ranchor. Krishna steals so many things. There is also more longer list of things that he steals. Sri Radhikaya Hirdayasya Choram. That's also there. It steals the heart of राधिका राधिका का जो हृदय जो चोरी करने वाला वो भगवान श्री रामचंद्र। क्यों राधिका का हृदय को चोरी करता है भगवान? क्यों हम लोगों का हृदय क्यों नहीं चोरी करता? Yes, very nice. Because Radharani is the topmost devotee. So she's a devotee. And if we want Lord Krishna to reciprocate with us, just like he reciprocated with other devotees, then we have to become a devotee. Because Lord Krishna says, भगवान कहते हैं भगवद गीता में कि भक्ति के द्वारा मुझे जाना जा सकता है। भक्त्या मां अभिजानाति, भक्ति के द्वारा मुझे जाना जा सकता है। One can know me with by devotional service. He also says, Shabri says, Adhamate adhama adhamati nari tinmahamay mati mandagari. So I says, I'm so fallen. I'm a woman and I'm so unintelligent and I do not have any qualification. I'm from a Shabar Jati. She's a Shabri. And then it's mentioned that Kaha Raghupati Sunu Bhamini Bata Manahu Ek Bhakti Karana. Lord says that, I don't accept any other relationship. I only accept the relationship of Bhakti. Bhakti Karana. I accept the relationship of Bhakti. And Lord Krishna says that I accept the, I can only be known by devotional service. Bhakti ke dwara mujhe jana ja sakta hai. One can know me by devotional service, nothing else. It's not that if one has got wealth, then through wealth one can know Krishna, or if one has got is born in a good family. It's not that by being in a good family or a Brahmin family one can understand Krishna. It's not that if one is doing a lot of tapasya one can know Krishna. No, one can know Krishna only through devotional service. Bhakti ke dwara Bhagwan ko jana ja sakta hai. So yes, so when we have a lot of names for Krishna, and of course one of them is Ranchod. Murari, we were on Murari, Murari, and here he is Kamsari, and he has got different names. Ari means the enemy. So he is Hatari Gati Dayak. He gives liberation to his enemies even, and he actually purifies them. So this is another kind of mercy. The Lord is, because everyone, whether one is a asura, one is a devotee, or anyone, everyone actually is related to the Lord. So to devotees, of course, he's reciprocating in a different way, and to the demons, when he kills, he actually also, bestows the special mercy on them. And Putna was one such demon, or she demon that Lord Krishna killed, and she was given a Dhatri Gati. उनको भगवान ने मातृ गति दिया है, धात्री गति. Or and then there's so many other, of course, he was in a previous life. Who was Putna? Ratnamala, and she was a daughter of a great devotee, one of the Mahajanas, Bali Maharaj. So that's Ratnamala. And then we also have another, that was a demon Lord Krishna killed when he was only 6 days old. Very little, he was a little child, and then he killed this Putna. And then there is another demon. When Lord Krishna started rolling, then the family members, Yashoda Maya and Nand Baba, they decided to have a celebration. It was always Braj Bhumi, there will always be celebration. Every time there's going to be a celebration there. So they wanted to celebrate the rolling of Krishna. because he started rolling, right? And they called all the Brajvasis and gopis all came very nicely dressed. When they came, then uh, Lord Krishna, was feeling a bit tired. He was like feeling sleepy, and then Yashoda Maya decided to uh, put uh, Krishna under a cart. So she put her in on the cradle, and then but the cradle was under a cart like bull cart. What do you call the hen cart or bull cart? Hmm? Chakra. It's called chakra. So he put there, and then we know that uh, in Lord Krishna has got some purposes to fulfill in every pastime that he performs. So at that time, what happened is there was one demon, and the name of the demon was Saktasur. Saktasur is the name of the demon because he had taken shelter of the Sakat, Chakra, because he had taken shelter of the Chakra. तो चकड़ा का जो आश्रय लिए थे, इसीलिए उनका नाम चकड़ा शक्टासुर हो गया, लेकिन उनका नाम और था, एक और नाम था. क्या नाम था? उत्कच. उनका नाम उत्कच था. His name was Utkach. And Utkach was a son of Hiranyaksha, and he had taken shelter of that cart, and then Lord Krishna actually started. He woke up, and then he started kicking his legs, and then kicking his leg, and then there was a cart, and then his feet touched the cart, and the cart actually fell. And at that time, that cart demon or Saktasur was trying to actually push the Sakat on Krishna. He was trying to kill Krishna. And then Lord Krishna actually uh, kicked the Sakat, and then Sakat actually broke, and then also that demon he died. So Saktasur was killed in this way. And actually, this was Saktasur was Utkach, and Garga Samhita says that what happened is this Utkach was creating so much disturbance. We went to the ashram of Lomas Rishi. There was one Rishi whose name was Lomas. Lomas. Have you heard of Lomas Rishi? Hmm? Prabhuji knows. Lomas Rishi. Lomas Rishi is a Rishi who has been living for a very, very long time. He has seen already this Rishi, Lomas Rishi has already seen so many Brahmas. You know how long Brahma lives? Does anyone know how long Brahma lives? 100 years, yes. We live maybe 70 years, he lives 100 years.
Their times.
Okay. Yeah, his calculation. Sahasra Yuga Paryantam Aryat Brahmano Vidu Ratri Miga Sahasrantam Ratra Vido Janaha. That's all mentioned in the 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Yes. So according to our calculation, according to our solar years, it is Brahma's lifespan is
311
trillion 40 billion years. That's how long. Brahma lives. So very, very long. He lives for a very long time. So he lives that long. And then this Lomas Rishi, he has got, Rom means a lot of hair. He's got, that's why his name is Lomas. Got so much hair. Every time a Brahma dies, then one hair falls from his body. Just Lomas Rishi. He has already seen 100 Brahmas. He's a special sage. Name? Lomas Rishi. So Lomas Rishi is, he he has got his ashram. He doesn't have any ashram. So some they just said to him, I had this from Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Radha Govind Goswami Maharaj. I had this katha from him. So one time the sages said, why do you have to be on one side of the trees in the in the morning and then go to the other side of the tree in the afternoon? Because he was just staying under the trees. And why don't you just build your kuti? Build your kuti means build your own house, so that you don't have to do this, because your sun, it depends on the sun. Sun is on one side, then you are on this side, and then the sun is on the other side. Just build your own kuti. He was saying that एक दिन तो मरना है, अब कुटी बना कर क्या करेंगे? And who is saying this? Lomas Rusi, who has already seen 100 Brahma. We wouldn't even get a chance to even live for one of Brahma's day, and we are so much attached to our possessions. ये बना लूंगा, ये बना लूंगा, वो बना लूंगा, खुशी से रहूंगा, ठीक ना? And यह होना चाहिए, वह होना चाहिए जीवन में. लेकिन वो जो व्यक्ति जो इतना दिनों से जी रहे हैं, जिन्होंने 100 ब्रह्मा को देख लिया है, 311 trillion 40 billion years एक ब्रह्मा की आयु होती है. He's seen one Brahma, not one Brahma, 100 Brahmas he has seen already, and he's saying, I have to die. And we are so close to death. Compared to Brahma, we are so close. Isn't it true? Because hardly anyone actually gets a chance to live 100 years nowadays. But we are so attached to this body, we think we are going to live forever. Even old people, they never think of death. So this Lomas Rishi said like this, and then this Lomas Rishi was living in his ashram, and this Utkach went there and started destroying the trees. Just because he had a very very powerful body, शरीर बहुत बलवान थे, तो वो जाकर तोड़ने लगा उसके आश्रम में, जब वृक्षों को तोड़ने लगा, तो लोमस ऋषि ने उनको श्राप दिया कि आप इतना शरीर में इतना अभिमान है, बिना शरीर के हो जाओ. You become without body. And then he realized, that because his body just, he became without a body. And he fell at the feet of Lomas Rishi. He said, please forgive me for what I have done. And he started asking for forgiveness from Lomas Rishi. Lomas Rishi became merciful. He said, okay, till the 6th Manvanta, you have to live like this. Till the 6th Manvanta, live without a body. But when it comes to the 7th Manvanta, and in the 28th Dwapar Yuga, Lord Krishna will come. And Lord Krishna will deliver you. By his touch, you will get delivered. So Lord, that was what Lomas Rishi said, and then we know that Lord delivered this Asura, Sakta Asura. Of course, his name is Utkaj. So that's another pastime that Lord Krishna performs. And he performs so many different, to keep an eye on the time also. Yes, Madhav? 7:38. Okay, we still have more than 20 minutes. Right? But before we can continue further, we can ask the devotees if they have any questions. Yes, Mataji.
Which mantra now?
Which manvanta are we in now? Very nice question. So we have 14 manvantars. 14 manvantars. Manvantara is just like a time duration of one manu, right? That's called manvantara. The duration or how long a manu lives, that actually is called manvantara, right? And so, like kalpa means a day of Brahma, right? Kalpa is a day of Brahma. And we know that there is Uttarayan, there is Dakshinayan. Sun is on in which side? Uttarayan? North. And then Dakshinayan, the sun is on the south. And there is also Shukla Paksh and there's Krishna Paksh. So these are all measurements of time. Shukla Paksh is 15 days, Krishna Paksh is 15 days. Right? So there's different Paksha, there is different Manvantar similarly. Manvantar is one duration of one Manu's life. So this is the Manvantar we are in, is called the seventh Manvantar or Vaivashvat Manvantar. Right? So actually we have 14 Manus in a day of Brahma. So this is the seventh one, and then there will be another 7 after this 14 in this day. Hmm? Yeah. We are in the middle of this Manvantar, and we are also, Brahma has already finished his half lifespan, which means he still has about half his lifespan to go. अभी आधा जीवन उनका बचा हुआ है, ठीक ना? और हर एक कल्प में एक बार, ब्रह्मा के एक दिन में एक बार भगवान श्री कृष्ण आते हैं, एक बार, he comes only once in a day of Brahma. So this is the 7th Manvantar. And in 7th Manvantar, 28th Dwapar Yuga, right, 28th Dwapar Yuga, Lord Krishna appears once in a day of Brahma. That means once in every 8.64 billion years, Lord Krishna appears. Take any other question?
That makes us very fortunate because we only passed 5,000 years since he was around.
Yes, because Lord Krishna, when Lord Krishna leaves, then the Kali Yuga starts, and Kali Yuga started 3102 plus 20, 2024. How many years? 2024? 2024 plus 3102. Yeah. 5,026 years. That's when Lord Krishna left. Right, and Lord Krishna lived for about 125, 126 years, so which means 5,250 plus. That's when Lord Krishna appears. Yes, any other question?
So in one day of our Lord Brahma, Krishna appears, and Lord Brahma lives for 100 years. So that means Krishna will appear in 365 day in 1 year of Brahma. Lord Krishna will appear 365 times.
No, there's no 365. It's lunar year, so 360 only.
360 times in one day of
360
in 1 year of Brahma.
So Lord Krishna will appear 36,000 times in the whole lifespan of one Brahma. 36,000 times. No, in Krishna form, in the form of Krishna. As Krishna, he will appear those many times. But he can, there is also Yuga Avatar, which means every Yuga, Lord Krishna will appear in different forms. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also appears 36,000 times in the whole lifespan of Brahma. Because every Dwapar Yuga, when Krishna comes, every Dwapar Yuga, that same 28th Kali Yuga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears in the form, in the golden complexion, in the mood of Radharani. Yeah, that we are in that age when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu just appeared. Very, very special. Very, very special. We are very, very fortunate actually. But of course, we have to understand our great fortune. अपना जो सौभाग्य है उसको उसको समझना चाहिए और इस जीवन को भगवान की सेवा में लगाना चाहिए और बहुत अभी इस समय तो बहुत सरल है भगवान की भक्ति करना लेकिन और आगे चलकर उतना इजी नहीं रह जाएगा अभी कोई सोचेगा अब इस जीवन में नहीं कर पाऊंगा और आगे चलकर फिर जन्म लूंगा तो फिर कर लूंगा तो ऐसा अवसर नहीं आएगा ऐसा इतना अभी कलयुग जैसे जैसे और आगे बढ़ेगा वैसे वैसे सब कुछ और डिफिकल्ट हो जाएगा इट विल बिकम मोर एंड मोर डिफिकल्ट even chanting the holy name will become harder it looks easy it's a simple process it's very simple but the thing is how many people actually chant the holy name it's simple but then if you have to wake up and do it and complete your rounds it's not easy for many so, we shouldn't miss this opportunity with this may not we may not get this opportunity of course one is you've got this human body and being connected to such a great movement which is promoting Krishna Bhakti and you go to any temple in the world you get darshan of the lordship beautiful so nicely decorated dressed lord you can take darshan you have prasadam you have devotees you have scriptures you have such a great facility everything is just there. Imagine about 100 years ago. Did we have this facility 100 years ago? Did we have, before Prabhupada, he worked so hard, he did so much tapasya. And because of that, we have all these facilities. So much tapasya he did. Just going into in the boat and getting heart attack. And, how many times he got heart attack and then going and struggling. Today we were reading the, little bit of from the Prabhupada Leela Amrit. And so people were just creating so much disturbance to Prabhupada at the beginning. And so people will be like they'll sit next to Prabhupada in the same place. And then, so they say so many things and then say, can I speak? And someone is saying, what about my mind? What about my mind? There's different kinds of things. They just try to, because they were very ignorant. Prabhupada was dealing with the hippies, and he was dealing with so many different kinds of degraded people who did not even know how uh, to deal with a sadhu. Of course, they didn't even know what the difference between sadhu and a devotee or a non-devotee. They did not know any scriptures, nothing, and he had to work so hard and establish this society. And of course, he brought people of the entire world together and called it the International Society for Krishna consciousness. International society, the purpose of the society is that, to make people Krishna conscious, to make people remember Krishna. So it's a great, perform so much austerities, it's not an easy thing to do. Of course, he was empowered. He was, he followed the instruction of his spiritual master very, very seriously. And for our benefit, he did so much. And things are so easy now. Anywhere you go, everything is available. So, but it's not going to be like this all the time. So if we have this very, very golden opportunity, we have to utilize it because we may not get a chance in future if we don't do it. Yes, anything? Yes, Madhav.
जब हम भगवान के विषय में बताते हैं तो हमसे कैसे बताएं जो फैमिली नहीं है वो मान जाते हैं जो फैमिली है तो और एक्सेस है बोलते
जब फैमिली है तो क्या
आप जैसे भगवान के विषय में
नहीं सुनते
इतना जाते भी है प्रोग्राम बदलाव
just give them no just give them good prasadam just bring them and call them home and give them prasadam and be nice to them right? You can't do much, you can't force people, you be nice to them and give them little slowly they'll, because if you are not nice to them and if you think them like demons or archers, then it's very hard to change them. Prabhupada was very compassionate. He knew, all these people whom he had to deal with, he was very nice to them. He was very, very nice to them, and he tolerated quite a lot. Very, very, when dealing with people, you have to be very, very tolerant. And that's why, he was able to change people. We should know that, yes, Krishna's mission and the mission of the devotees is the same. Right? Krishna even comes, here to, so many people were, blaspheming him. He even tolerated, this Shishupal was again and again blaspheming the Lord. Right? In this world, some devotees even can't tolerate someone insulting the ones. But remember how many times Krishna was blasphemed, again and again, again and again. Since his childhood, Shishupal was only blaspheming Krishna again and again. So Lord Krishna had to tolerate, and he'll sit down and just hear, Shishupal is blaspheming. Even we see that katha, the Bhrigu Maharaj goes to test Lord Krishna, Brahma, and Lord Shiva, and the Bhrigu Maharaj goes and kicks him. Right? So this is, it is a devotional service. If you want to preach to someone, you have to be very, very tolerant, and you have to be very, very nice. And if you start becoming rough to them, it's very hard to convince them. They'll never come back to you. So even if they're family members, their relatives, be nice to them, give what they can only take. Little, at least, whatever they can take, give them. Prasadam, everyone will take. You are such a great cook. You just cook and give them, that's all. Right? You can just cook. You are an expert cook, just give them, prepare good items for them and give it to them, and they'll be happy. Give them prasadam. Who will not like prasadam? So initially give them prasadam. When they're ready, then give them philosophy. Yes, Prabhuji.
In our Malaysia, so we are talking to the people, they know we are like, and then they came a question that they said, so you say Lord Krishna is supreme? Yes. Then they said, I think Lord Brahma is supreme than Lord. And then they said, no. So I tried to explain, but then I know I have to talk. You can't explain. But some of them, old family members, believe that Brahma first. First.
Oh, Brahma Jyoti, Brahma, like the effulgence. Yeah. Brahma Paramatma, yeah. Brahma Paramatma and Bhagavan. And then Lord, we have to just give them a verse and then stop. Brahmano hi pratishtaham amritasya vesascha shashvatasya cha dharmasya sukasya kantikasya cha. Lord Krishna is saying, I am the source of that Brahman. In the 14th chapter, the last verse, you have to give that verse. Okay, read this verse. This is the translation. This is what Lord Krishna says. I am the source. So you have to ask that what comes first, the sun or the sunlight? Can the sunlight get together and create a sun? You ask. That's how you have to ask. Can the sunlight get together and create a sun, or is the sunlight coming from the sun? The sunlight is coming from the sun only. So Krishna is that Bhagwan. From him the Jyoti is coming, and that's Brahma Jyoti. So yes, it can be quite hard to. It can be quite challenging, but the thing is, we have to be nice to everyone, because if you look at people who became devotees and they were not devotees, then they were like them. Isn't it true? Think about ourselves. When we were not devotees, we couldn't understand about Krishna. We were all in the same boat. So they are like that now because of ignorance. And when later on, when they understand, they will appreciate Krishna, and they will appreciate the devotees, and they will understand. Right? But if you're not nice to them, they will actually not take any interest in hearing. वो सुनना नहीं चाहेंगे वो, क्यों सुनेगा? So we have to be, main thing is the devotees should be very, very nice to others. And that nature actually will attract them. Oh, I would like to be like this devotee also. So nice. But if you're not nice to them and if you try to get into unnecessary arguments with them, they will not change. And they will not like you. So how will they change?
So the question after simple question is where do you get this knowledge? Because of YouTube. I knew because I cannot explain too much.
Yeah. The thing is, the problem is nowadays there's so much information, but the thing is, the information is not actually correct. There's so much information, definitely. But, people are using this as Farman even. There's so much, even in our Zoom program, we have Zoom programs and there are so many devotees, they will, take things from the internet and they think that is true, bona fide. Isn't it true, Mataji? So many things. And it takes so much of effort sometimes to convince to them that actually it is not true. Yeah, TV serials, TV serials, there are so many things which are there, but it's not all true. And it takes effort to tell them, convince them, no, this is not true. This is what the actual Katha says. And from this particular Puran, we have this Katha, and then this is what it says. So we have to, it takes time, less effort to remove that ignorance from them. Because they have always thought that all these TV serials are, whatever they are showing is correct. But they don't understand that it is Shastra Pramanam. Shastra Vidimusridya Vartate Kama Karata. Nasa Siddhim Avapnoti Nasukam Na Paramgati. Tasma Shastram Pramanam Te Kare Karevashto Gyatva Shastra Vidanastam Karma Kartamiharasi. Lord Krishna said that Shastra is Praman, and without Shastra, if you neglect the injunctions of the scriptures and act whimsically, then there is no happiness, there is no supreme perfection, and there is no supreme destination. And therefore, what is to be done and what is not to be done, karya karya, so you have to use scriptures. So, yes, Mataji.
Like the Brahma Samhita?
Brahma Samhita. Yeah, they can, but most of them don't even know about Brahma Samhita. They understand Bhagavad Gita, some of them. A little bit, at least they know that there's a scripture which is existing, it's called Bhagavad Gita. Brahma Samhita says, details, has given so much details of about the Lord, about the Lord's abode and everything in the 5th chapter. But most people don't, they'll say, I've never heard this, which scripture is it? But if you say Bhagavad Gita, they know, they've heard the name. It's a little bit easier for them.
Bhagavad Gita or Ramayana jo hai.
Ramayana, they'll understand a little bit. Yeah, Ramayana, they can, if you say it's in Ramayana, but if you say in Bhagavad Gita, they'll accept. But if you say it is in nectar of instruction, or if you say, if you start using Brahma Samhita, of course, when they come to the right platform, then you can give those evidences as well. But they'll initially probably they will accept Bhagavad Gita more than any other scripture.
Why Lord gives us into demons more quickly? What is?
Because the thing is, the demons were not ordinary demons, right? They were not ordinary demons. Like we see that we are talking about Putana. Putana actually became a demon, and in that life as demon, she got delivered. But she got killed by the Lord and she got delivered at the same time. So, and she was not an ordinary lady. She was a daughter of a Mahabhagavat. And Lord Krishna says, like when we see that when when Narsinga Bhagwan, was asked by Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad was concerned about his father and then about his father's deliverance. And Lord Narsinga Dev said, if a devotee like you, if there's a devotee like you in any family, then how many generations get delivered? 21, a kiss PD. Right? So if someone becomes a devotee, so if you have a great devotee, then gradually the Lord actually makes arrangements for the deliverance of the family members also, as we see in the case of Bali Maharaj. And so they were not only like Utkach is also, they're not any ordinary people actually. They have done uh, some good things in the past, and that's how they got a chance to take part in the Lord's pastimes, and they got delivered. Of course, they got killed, but Lord bestowed mercy in a different way, and then they got delivered.
What do you feel demons like us? They also have.
Yes, it is mentioned uh, that even like we see David. David is a gorilla. He was killed by Lord Balram, but David also saved Lord Ramachandra. He was a gorilla, but he was fighting for Lord Ramachandra. And then he got a chance to get killed by Balram. He got delivered. And it is mentioned that Kansa would collect all the, if you look at, for example, Hiranyaksha, so these are all deities. Like we discussed Utkach. Utkach is the son of Hiranyaksha. But who is Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha? Jay and Vijay. Yeah. Jay and Vijay, they are not ordinary people. They are Jay and Vijay, they are doorkeepers in the Vaikuntha Lok. And they came as they are not ordinary demons. Lord to kill an ordinary demon, no, Lord will not even enjoy. Nowadays, there are so many demons in this world, like so-called demons. But to kill them, do you think even other people are able to kill them? Other people will send some drone and then they'll shoot them and then that's gone. Forget about Lord coming to kill them. Huh? Isn't it true?
Yeah.
But those demons were so powerful. They were so powerful, even the devatas were under the control. Can any demon in this world now control a devata, one devata? No. Indrajitu had conquered all the devatas. Indrajitu, they were all servants of Indrajit. Is there a demon like that now? No, there's no demon like that. So they were so powerful. They're very, very powerful demons. Hiranyaksha was Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyaksha, he was so powerful, even he could control the whole earth. Right? And he was he fought with the Lord, Hiranyaksha, and Hiranyakashipu was such a powerful. Even Kans we were discussing in the Zoom Katha today. What's the time like?
3 minutes past.
Okay, 3 minutes past. We have to finish soon. So Kansa was he was very, very powerful. Sometimes we see that Lord Krishna just went and then just punched him and then he died. He pulled him from the throne and then it looks like it was so easy to kill Kans. But Kans was very powerful. He even controlled from Garga Samhita. In the Garga Samhita, it's mentioned that what he would do, he will fight with the Asuras. He will fight with the Asuras and then he will say that if I win, then I'll become your servant. If you win, then you have to become my servant. So that's how he fought with Mustik, Chanur, and Sal, Toshal, and all of them, Hoot, and all those wrestlers. And then he he was able to control the Kuvalia appeared. And then Jarasan became very, very pleased and got him married to his two daughters, Asti and Prapti. And he would, in a similar way, he will go to different places. He got even, he lifted the Mahendra Parvat uh, and Parshuram came there, and then he pleased Parshuram, and Parshuram gave him a Dhanush, but said that if anyone who breaks this Dhanush, they'll be the cause of your death. And of course, Lord Krishna, when he went to Mathura, he broke that bow. And then uh, Lord Krishna killed Kansa. So Kansa was very, very powerful. He would control Bakasur, Ragasur, and defeat them, but not kill them. And then he will keep them as servants. So they were saving, and then he will then send one after the other to Krishna, and then Krishna will kill them and deliver them. And they had some good activity in the past as well, which made them actually fight with Krishna. So they were not ordinary demons, most of them. And that's why they got a chance to fight with Krishna. And not an ordinary passenger. Ordinary people cannot fight with Krishna. So that's another way in which Krishna delivers people. The people. And that the thing is that when Krishna delivers them, Krishna also purifies them. They get freed from the demonic propensities. Just like if even a devotee who has got some material desires, if he worships Krishna, then they get freed from the material desires. Just like Dhruv, he had so many desires, but when he took shelter of the Lord, then Lord purified him as well. He became free from all the material desires. He did not have any desires when after performing worship of the Lord and he saw the Lord face to face. So that's one thing great about the Lord. When one takes shelter of the Lord purifies them as well. Okay, Prabhu.
Can I ask one question?
Yes, Prabhu.
So all these demons which he killed, were they pre-arranged before Krishna actually came over here? Were they pre-arranged to you guys go there? And when I come there, you give me entertainment, and I will have this playful pastime with you, and I'll kill you. And then, so was it pre-arranged?
The Shishupal and Dantavakra is definitely there, because that was the condition, like the Jay and Vijay becoming Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu, and Kumbhakarna, and Ravan, and Dantavakra, and Shishupal.
Yeah.
They were there also. And then also, there are this, as we discussed, we already have this some sage chasing someone that Lord Krishna will appear and deliver you. Right? So all
But
these
some
things.
of them, not all of them. Right?
Sorry?
Not all the demons were pre-arranged. Some of them.
Yeah, the most of the powerful ones I would say, would be there. Yeah. Right? So they're very, very powerful. They're not ordinary demons. And there's also the Narakasur and all of them. Yeah, lots of pastime. So that we can, because the thing is, people they're interested in uh, seeing love movie stories, like romance. And so we have romance there as well. There's Ras Leela and all those pastimes. And they want to see the fighting, so that's also there. So every Ras is there in the Lord's pastimes. Every kind of thing that everything that people are looking for, it's all there in the pastimes of the Lord. So that everyone can get attracted to the Lord. So when that's why we have Paritranaya Sadhuna Vinashaya Chaduskatam Dharma Samsthapanarthaya Sambhava Yuga Yuga. And then Janma Karma Chame Divyam Evam Yuvati Tattva Tyaktadhyam Pura Janmaneti Mamedi Sogi. So that Lord actually, all these are Ravan is already there, and Lord comes for the purpose of killing Ravana, definitely. And then other demons who at that time, Lord Kardushan and all of them, all that's how they get delivered. and in the Krishna Katha also. And then all the pastimes that Lord performs, when we hear and when we talk about it, then we get purified. If, let's say, Lord did not perform all those pastimes, then what will we be doing now? As Janmashtami, what will we do? Let's say, Lord, we did not know anything about Krishna. We did not know all the demons that he killed. We did not know how he reciprocates with the devotees. There was no Srimad Bhagavatam. There's no Bhagavad Gita. There's no Mahabharata. What will we do? How can we talk about it? We will be just probably sitting down and then say, everyone says, close your eyes and meditate. Meditate on what? Careless, we are chanting the name Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, and then we're talking about the Lord. Not nice pastimes, and by talking about it, it's not like film story. We discuss about the story and we get more entangled, but this is where we're getting purified. Janma karma chamya diva meva meti dodhara tyakva deha purajana iti mameti sojana.
It means yoga means Vidya.
Yes, Mataji?
The yugas and the Vedas. One is Vidya.
Yes, different yuga. We have like Lord Ramachandra comes and performs in a different yuga, different pastimes. And then Krishna comes and he does the Leela. And some Leela that he might do this time may be different from the Leela he does in the previous yuga, in the previous kalpa. And that's why there is kalpa bhed. That can be slightly different according to the different kalpa. And sometimes one Leela is found and then it's slightly different in another scripture. Like Lord Ramachandra comes, kills Ravan. But sometimes that Ravan is Jalandhar. But that's a different kalpa. And then sometimes they are the associates of Lord Shiva, Ravan and Kumbhakaran, they are not Jain Vijay. So that's Kalpantar, Kalpaved. Okay, Mataji.
One last question from me.
Yeah.
When they are delivered is a very general term, a generic term. When delivered, what do you mean by delivered? Are they merging into Krishna, or they are going to all of Vrindavan, or they're going to Vaikuntha, or they're coming back as a saint to deliver someone else?
So it depends on, like when we say that Lord Krishna killed Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, right? So they are temporarily delivered, but not fully delivered. They have to wait for another 2 births and then they get delivered fully and then they go to the to serve in the pastimes of the Lord. Right? So it depends on, so sometimes they go to like Putna, she goes directly. But sometimes they not direct, but they very quickly get delivered. They might take another birth or something like that, but they quickly get into the service of the Lord. It depends on the demons. Like Bali Maharaj is a Lord delivered him, we say. But Bali Maharaj is still in Sutaloka. When Bali Maharaj is not, he's a Maha Bhagavat, but still he's waiting in Sutaloka, and Lord is actually, he's saving the Lord is saving him as well as a doorkeeper. And then next, this is the only seventh Manvanta. And then when it's the 8th Manvanta, and there's still a lot of time to go because it's only 28. And how many different Chatur Yugas are there in a Manvanta? How many? 71, roughly 71. After it comes to 71, so 28, 29, 30, 31, so long he has to wait. And he's waiting and he becomes Lord Indra in the next Manvanta. And then he gets delivered. The Skram Mukti. So it depends on the person, personally.
We have to get members.
Yes, bro?
It will be a bit more. We get memory or
Depends. If we, the thing is with the devotional service, a human body is guaranteed. If one has to perform devotional service, then he will get a human body. So, Prapya Punikritam Lokanushitva Sasati Samakruchinam Shrimatam Geya Prashtavijaya. So one goes to the higher planets and enjoys. So if one is performing devotional service, they go and go to the Swargaloka, and then after that they come into a family of rich and pious people, pure people, so that they can make further progress. They're born in a good family. Or if they have performed a lot of devotional service, then Atva Yoginam Eva Pule Bhauti Dhimatam Etadi Durlaptaram Loke Janmaya Didrisham, then they're born in a family of devotees, which is at Durlaptaram Loke. But Lord Krishna is saying that's very Durlap, to be born in a family of devotees. Right? And so the thing is still we have to be careful. If you're not careful enough, if human life is guaranteed, is mentioned for the devotee, but then at the same time we can also see that there are some extreme examples given in the scriptures as well. For example, in the case of Bharat, Jad Bharat, Bharat was the king of the whole planet. He got instructions from Rishabdev, who's his father. And his father was an incarnation of the Lord, and he had trained them. And he was so renounced that he gave up everything and he goes to the forest. Right? But one attachment to the deer, and he had to take 2 more bets. Right? And he had to take the bet of a deer as well. So we should not unnecessarily take risks as well at the same time, and not thinking that, okay, human body is guaranteed, but then we don't really know, not. There are some examples, extreme examples as well given as in the case of Jad Bharat. Of course, Bharat, and then he became a deer, and then he has to become Jad Bharat, and then he gets purified and then goes to the spiritual world.
Then
He was he did not need to do it, but by the mercy of the Lord was so merciful that even in the body of a deer, he could remember his past fully. And even in the deer's body, he was performing austerities. He was not eating the green grass, he was only eating brown grass, dried grass. And plus, even in the body of a deer, he would only go to the places where the sages lived, and he'd only hear about the Lord. So he could not forget anything about the past as King Bharat, and he did not forget the devotional service which from the past, and he could remember, even in the body of a deer. So that's a special mercy. Actually, that kind of body is actually better than even a human body. Because even in a human, you may be in a human body, but you're forgetting the Lord, what's the use? He could remember the Lord even in the deer's body. And then he could remember everything that he had learned. And he became a guru of King Rahugana. He became a guru, a spiritual master. And he was acting as if he's Jad. That's why he's known as Jad Bharat. He's acting as if he's foolish. So that's actually a great body for him. Even in a deer's body then. But at the same time, there's another lesson that's to be learned. How much, if one is attached to some, even forget about humans, there's so much attachment to one another in this world. Right? Both sided attachment. But even attachment to a deer's body actually produces a body of a deer. So if we are not careful enough, then we may not get a human body straight away.
There are no people. There are no.
Yes. Yad Gatvana Nivartante Tadhama Paramam Mama. So Lord Krishna says, Ante Kale Chamami Vasmaran Mukta Kalevaram Ya Prayati Samadvam Yati Nasa Samshay. Those who think about me, they'll go to me. Directly they come to me. That's always there. That's the best way, of course, going straight directly to the spiritual world. Natad Vasade Surina Shankana Pavaka Yad Gatvana Nivartante Tadhama Paramama. That's always there. That's the best way. And then there is others, where you can be born in a family of great devotees, or you can be born in a pious family, good family, a rich family. But then you have to go to the circle and still waiting time and being in the circle for a long time, then coming again, being born in a family of good people. One is direct path, and the other one is being born directly in a family of devotees, where you don't have to go to the Sargaloka. And the third one is you go to the Sargaloka, Prapya Punikritam Loka, Prapya Punikritam Loka, Ushida Sashwati Sama. Sashwati means for a long time, not falling down because of the Punya Karam finishing. That's for the people who do Punya Karam, and based on the Punya Karam, they go to the Sargaloka. Atetam Bhukta Sargaloka Vishalam, Chine Punya Martaloka Vishanti. It's not that they fall down because of the Punya Karam finishing, but they go there and reside there for a long time because of the devotion. And they go there, stay there for a long time, and then they come back, and then they're born in a family. Then, so first becoming a Devata and then becoming a human. One is you directly become a Devata, human. Then you become a Devata and a human. Or then that the other options are also there. Yes, Matthew?
Already did those 8,400 supply. And this is our last stage.
Now, the human body doesn't mean that if you once you get a human body, you don't get an animal body. That's not a. So if you are in a human body, then it depends on your activity, the karma. Then that will decide the next body. But then it doesn't mean that once you are in a human body, then you will not get into the animal body. You can even go into the body of the trees, just like Narakovar and Manigriv, or you can go into the body of a crocodile as Uhu Gandharva, or you can go into the body of an elephant, just like King Indradyumna. You can go into the body of a, lizard, like a King Nriga. So there are examples in the scriptures where people can go into different bodies, but that will depend on one's consciousness, karma, at the time of death.
Is it so one step up here before or one step down?
No, it's just not one. It is human body is the body is like easiest, and it's meant actually for devotional service. It's not actually meant for any other thing. It's not for. We think that it means to enjoy and have good wealth and become rich. It's not that. That's not the purpose of human body. Those things will come because of your karma. You'll get it. Prahlad Maharaj is saying just like you don't want dukh, but dukh comes. Similarly, the sukh that is you are entitled to, you'll get it in the human body. With the body that you entitled, it's not that you, even if you don't work hard, you still get it. Can you believe it? But what you cannot get in this human body is Krishna Bhakti. For that you have to work hard. That's the only thing that's the only thing for which this human body has been given. Can you believe it? That's why the human body is given. Because all the other bodies are Bhok Sharir. This is the only sadhan Sharir. This is the only body by which we can attain the Lord. We can go to the spiritual world. You can भगवान को खरीद सकते इस शरीर से, भगवान को अपने बस में कर सकते, भगवान की भक्ति कर सकते, भगवान के धाम में जा सकते इस शरीर के द्वारा, मनुष्य शरीर के द्वारा, और कोई शरीर के द्वारा नहीं इतना संभव है. Not easy. So human body is meant only for bhakti, nothing else. But we think that human body is meant for so many other things.
So when we have the body, human body, so we should
not misuse it. We should use it properly. And then
but the daughter is giving trouble to her. So she said, you can't change in my house because she has got only one daughter. And you can't wear neck. You have to throw it out, everything, then you can come and come in. So what can she do? How she can change? She throw all the things the chanting beats and everything. How can she do the bhakti there?
How did Prahlad Maharaj do? His father wanted to kill him. I don't think any daughter would want to kill the mother. Maybe she gives trouble. But then if she can tolerate and, and just continue, then Krishna will make all the arrangements. Instead of fighting and blaming and telling other people, just depend on Krishna and pray to Krishna. Krishna, I would like to save you. Please make other arrangements so that I can save you. And if you are determined, no one can stop you. Even a little child, no one could do anything to him. But to speak of a grown-up, no daughter will want to kill the mother. Right? So you just need to keep doing it as much as you can, and Krishna will make all the arrangements if you're sincere. Right? Sincerity is what Krishna is saying. Anyone can do it. And, it's not hard. There may be some obstacles, but Krishna sometimes is also testing us. Right? Yes, Krishna tested so many. Hare Krishna. Shri Shri Radha Giridhari Bhagwan ki jai, Shri Gaurika Bhagwan ki jai, Shri Shri Sitaram Lakshman Bhakta Hanuman ki jai, Shri Shri Jagannath Balda Subhadra ki jai, Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Thank you all the devotees and also all the devotees joining us through Zoom. Hare Krishna.